Alright, so let's talk about The Strangers, since after 10 years we're finally getting our first sequel to the movie The Strangers, which comes out tomorrow. And I'm really excited. I really want to see it because the first Strangers to me is really a mixed bag because in terms of scares and in terms of genuine creepiness, I think that this movie is really, really great. I think it has great moments of silence with the killer just in the background, with just having no noise, having these characters just watching them. And it is really effectively done in this movie. This movie really works on that level. It's very effective whenever they're in the darkness and the shadows, whenever you see them from a distance. The scene where Liv Tyler's character is in the kitchen and you see in the background the guy with the masked guy is behind her at a distance and just for a couple minutes just watches her and follows her, and it is really, really unsettling. And that's one aspect I really love about this movie. This movie is really effective on that note. But besides the great tension and great suspense, the thing that drags this movie down for me, and the reason why I think I'm more mixed on this as a movie than loving it, is because I think the writing is really bad. I think that there are a lot of moments where they do dumb shit, where both of these characters just do really dumb things, and it's because the script says so to make it scary, but it also makes it seem just really juvenile and dumb, just the way that these characters act. And the characters, too, are really unlikable. It starts out with them just being such dicks to each other. And the thing that surprises me so much is that I haven't seen every Liv Tyler movie, but Liv Tyler is so unlikable in this movie. And it's really sad because I love her. She's a great actress. She is such a sweet person. Like, just the way that, like, in most of her films, she seems genuinely sweet and kind. And in this, like, man, she is just, her and her husband, I think Scott Speedman is the one who is the husband, they both are just unlikable and just rude to each other, and just, they're at this point in their life where I think they just got married and they're trying and they're deciding on if it's a good thing or not, but they just are so shitty to each other, the way they talk to each other and the way they act. But that doesn't last long. But the writing throughout the movie is still bad, where they have make dumb decisions. But at least the thing about them being shitty to each other is only at the beginning, mostly. I like that. I like that it didn't last throughout the movie, but besides that, there is the bad writing of them doing stupid mistakes in the movie. So the movie is really a mixed bag, because I do really, really think this has great tension, great scares, and it's suspenseful as can be. And like, it's not the best horror movie ever, but it has such great moments of tension and creepiness. Like, it is legitimately creepy. And I love too, you never figure out who these people are. You see them from behind with their masks off, or maybe an obscure shot of their faces, but you never see them in full. And it's supposed to be like a real life event thing that happened. I don't remember who the killer was in real life. Maybe it was something about an incident that happened in real life with this kind of situation. And I like that you never see their faces. It makes it so much scarier, and the masks that they got are really, really effective looking. One's a baby doll face, one's got this weird like sack over his head, and one's just got another girl face, but her eyes are giant. And it just distorts how, when you see that in the dark or see that come at you, that really is effective. I really think that it's great because of that. But it is, like I said, a mixed bag for me, just because I don't like the writing. I think that it's dumb. I think that the characters are unlikable, but it has great tension and great scares. And also, it's just got some dumb moments, like in the end, where, of course, you have to have that obvious jump scare at the end of the movie. This is one of those movies that's going to have the stupid jump scare. It doesn't just end on a note that is without a jump scare. It should have just ended with that one. But of course, after Liv Tyler's character and Scott Speedman's character, how they both are stabbed at the end of the movie to death, and Liv Tyler is stabbed a lot, and Scott Speedman is dead for sure. And you have these two, I think, Cub Scouts come in to the house. They go in and find the husband dead, and then they look at Liv Tyler, get close to her, and then even though she's been stabbed a million times, she jumps and grabs them and screams at them, and then that's how the movie ends. And it was a dumb jump scare. That was such a ineffective way to end the movie. Like, it just did not work. It really made me, like, it just annoyed me so much that you have to make it just so juvenile. You don't have to make it this dumb. Like, you can make it clever, and it does have some clever, great executed moments of creepiness that are really, really great. But besides the dumb things that happen in this movie because of the writing, or just decisions like the ending, the jump scare ending you have to have, it's obligatory in some of these movies, and I hate that. And I didn't hate the ending of this. I just thought it just took me out of the moment completely. Like, oh, that's so dumb. Why did you have to do that? But really, besides that, The Strangers to me is just it's a mixed bag, but it has a lot of great things about it, but it has a lot of shitty things about it. So it's definitely one of those mixed bags for me, and it's one that I can watch even despite the things I don't like about it, because of the great things. When they're great, they're great, but when they're bad, they're bad. But this is definitely still one that I can watch again. I think that it's really good on that note of just having great tension and having great scares. But not anything else really great. but overall, like, I think just how mysterious it is and how creepy it is really makes it worth the price of admission for me. It is a really good, scary movie with bad writing. But I'm really curious to what the sequel will be. I don't know if this one will be one I like or dislike, but I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with this, because this is something like I wonder if they're going to make a franchise out of this and make more of them. But they waited 10 years. This came out in 2008. In 2018, they made the sequel. But I'm going to see that tomorrow. I'm curious to see what it will be like and if it's going to be any good. Hopefully it'll have some good things like this. Hopefully it'll have something that'll make me like it at least a little bit. But overall, The Strangers 1, I think, is just a really, really interesting mixed bag.